Homage to the Venerable monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to the 16th Dharma King Karmapa. And homage to Master Dukten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to all the Golden Mothers in the space. Homage to the main deity of Homa, the Golden Mother, the great celestial of the primordial Jitpan, Simu, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, temple directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet, and all participating VIPs today, from Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Secretary General Daniel Liao's wife, Dharma Sister Judy, accountant to the True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa and her husband Larry, law advisor to the True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Jennifer Zhou, from CTI TV Taiwan, producers for the Geni Diansang Shinten, Dharma Sister Rebecca Shiachi, Dr. Ryan Zhuang, Dr. Su Lin, the former director of the Taiwan's Overseas Credit Warranty Fund, Miss Vivian Sit, Dharma brother Gao Minglu,
California,
and two
California, Huang Meijian 医师
and Dr. Mei Huang from California,
香港郑鼎新师兄夫妇
and from Hong Kong, Dharma brother Zheng Tingxun
阳光武功团
and
林一仙师姐
wife, and from the Sunny Line Dance Group,
蔡美月
Miss
师姐
Lin Yixuan, Dharma Sister Cai Meiyue,
助教
and the Dharma assistant Yu Li Jian,
梁彦龙师兄
and Dharma brother Liang Yanlong,
高欢贤医师
and Dr. Gao,
大家午安，大家好。
Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do? And in Taiwanese,
大家好，
in Cantonese,
唔該晒。今天讲瑶池金母。
Today we will talk about Golden Mother, and we did Golden Mother's Homa.
没有瑶池金母，简单的一句话，没有瑶池金母，
Simply
就
said,
不会有正活动。
without Golden Mother, there will not be True Buddha School.
然后我们一切的起源来自于瑶池金母。
We all,
这也是
it
我们
all
生活中的
came
法
from
源
Gol Mother.
这个
So this is
可
the
以讲
Dharma origin
所有
of
的
True
法
Buddha School.
所
We
有
can
今
say
天
that
有这么多的弟子，
all the
诸位
Dharma and all the disciples and True Buddha School, and the fact that Grandmaster and Simu are here, and all the Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, and all disciples came from this Dharma origin, which was Golden Mother. So that's why we say, without Golden Mother, there will not be True Buddha School. And without Golden Mother, I will not change my destiny of faith. So my destiny changed because of Golden Mother. And without Golden Mother, True Buddha School will not exist today. The first time my divine eye was opened by Golden Mother. All the starts came from Golden Mother. Coming to America was also because of Golden Mother told me to come here. There are many things was arranged. Many things were arranged by Golden Mother. And for all the disasters and calamities, I was also guided by Golden Mother to avoid it, to avoid all the harms. They were all guided by Golden Mother. So the fact that I can still be alive till today, it's very fortunate, and that was through the help of Golden Mother. And she also told me today there were many people coming from Taiwan that they are going back to Taiwan together this Friday, this coming Friday, masters and fellow disciples. Actually, the fact that I returned to Taiwan, that's also because I was told by Golden Mother. Golden Mother told me that you come back at 66, and I thought, oh no, at 66 I'm coming back. So at 95, I ate up all my resources, all my assets, because I thought I would go back to the heavenly realms at 66. Why do I need to leave anything? But it turned out coming back is coming back to Taiwan, not coming back to Maha Double Lotus Ponds or the Jade Pond banquet palace. She told me to come back at 66. It turned out to go back to Taiwan. However, she would create some reasons so that you walk the path to return to Taiwan at 66. There are many things that you do not know ahead of time. But she told me that what would happen at what age. I was told clearly. So today, the fact that we have True Buddha School, it was completely because of Golden Mother. One hand, make. So she made True Buddha School all by herself with one hand. So she's my Yidam, or personal or main deity, or primary deity, and I also have Amitabha and Siddhigarbha as my yidams. But the most important yidam would still be Golden Mother. It's because of Golden Mother I gain yogic union with many other deities and also Vajrapalas and Dharmapalas. So that's why Golden Mother occupies the extreme high position. You know, there's the Donghuang caves from ancient China, and Golden Mother is inside it. There are several gods there, Sen Nong for farming. The Han Chinese said that you are the descendants of Yan Di, which is Sen Nong, and Huang Di, the Emperor Huang, the Yellow Emperor. Yan meaning the Sen Nong god, and Huang meaning the Yellow Emperor. And in Donghua caves there's Fu Xi, Ni Ho, Ni Wo, and Golden Mother, and also Sen Nong. The only deities from China that were in Donghuang caves. So Golden Mother occupies a supreme position and sits together with the Donghua Dijun, which is Emperor of Donghua of the East. And then next to them is the Padma Kumara, or Lotus Youth. At that time, the first time Golden Mother met me, the first statement she made was, "I've looked for you for a very long time, and now I like to ask you to deliver sentient beings and propagate the Buddha Dharma." And that scared me. What? Propagating Dharma and delivering sentient beings, and I didn't know anything. And she asked me to deliver sentient beings. But today I understand a lot of them. And in the past, I know nothing of it, but now I understand all of it, or 10 of them, which mean all of them. So Golden Mother has wisdom eyes, and immediately she could spot the one who delivers sentient beings and propagate Dharma. And that night, when I was in sleep, I went to all the heavenly realms and hells, and I traveled through all those places, including my past lives, and they told me about my names in my past lives. That was on the first night. And then they started to transmit Dharma to me. And I was in the survey team 5-8, a survey team, and I was a major lieutenant major, that I just graduated. And sure enough, at night, the intangible being came to teach and transmit Dharma to me. So they have no form, and they always ask me to get up in the cold night or 5 a.m. when I was sound asleep, and they asked me to get up, to wake up and get up. And you know how they woke me up? They played music in my ears, like when I got up here, that kind of music, very loud. And then I would wake up. But I felt lazy and I pulled the blanket over and said, oh, let me sleep. It's still so early. No. And then they lift my legs. My body was straight, like Master Dehui standing on his head. And then let go, and then I would fall onto the bed. Oh, that's poor fate. At dawn in the morning, early in the morning, I had to get up and learn about the hand gestures, the foot gestures, and the body gesture, all the mudras, and how to walk, the one-step walk, the seven-star walk, or steps. And they taught me how to form all different mudras or hand gestures. So it was not transmitted by a human being. But at that time, they were transmitted by the formless or intangible gurus. So my hands would be like this. And it made sounds. So the fingers would move like that. And so now I know how to form all those mudras. But I had the foundation. I have trained in the basics because I love to play the cloth puppets. But you don't have the puppets here, otherwise I can play the cloth puppets for you. And I did it really well. And the foot can move, and it could somersault. I did it really well. And walk. And the two-teeth hero. Good thing that I was trained already in playing the puppet show. So otherwise I wouldn't be able to form the mudras so easily. So Golden Mother taught me like that until today. So the changes in our lives are like fairy tales. And your human lives are like fairy tales. I was a professional military man. I was a lieutenant major, and in America that's quite high position. So it's like a lieutenant commander. And then there are commander, and my friends also became general even. I was on the path of the military man. You know why Simu agreed, Simu wanted to marry me, because as a military man you are guaranteed to have food. So you have an iron bowl. But she was truly poor. She was incredibly poor when she was young. She was truly scared of being poor. As a military man, you would be given rations of food and the basics. So rice, oil, salt, and tea are what we will definitely be equipped with those, and those are important. And we would definitely have those rations in the military. And Simu thought she's guaranteed that she would not go hungry. So she's married to me. Although military man was poor, but they're guaranteed that they will not lack any food.
时间一到我就升官，从来没有停止过。
So I was promoted accordingly.
我说我需要什么？我突然间想。
When the time comes, I would always be promoted. And Golden Mother asked me, so what do you need? Because as a military man, you could be relocated anywhere around Taiwan. So I told Golden Mother, please help me. Let me be in Taichung forever, so that I don't leave my family, because my family lived in Taichung. Don't let me go to faraway places. I was a professional military man for 14 years. And my base had always been in Taichung. I never left Taichung. That was due to Golden Mother. What wish do you have? I would fulfill your wish. And I said, I don't want to leave Taichung. And true enough, my military life was all in Taichung. She was truly accurate. Simu too. Simu's mom, about Simu too. Simu's mother brought Simu to come for spiritual consultation with me. And what she asked was about Simu's marriage prospect. And in the past, in consultation, I have a notebook, and I would write to them in their household how many men, how many women, and Simu's mom counted. Oh, it was accurate. The numbers matched. How many men, how many women, they exactly matched. Very accurate. And Simu's mom asked about Lu Lixiang's marriage prospect, and I said, what need is there to ask? She's my wife to be. But at that time, I couldn't say that, right? So I told her, so if you follow me as your future husband, you'll go all over the world. You'll have lots of money to spend. It's not that unending spending, but you can spend it with frugality. Spend in Chinese also sounds like flower. So I didn't say, but at that time I already knew. Actually, lots of things were already arranged, pre-arranged. Also, coming to America was arranged by Golden Mother. 1980, the first time I came to America, and it was the time of the eruption of Mount St. Helens. When my foot stepped off the plane on America in 1980, Mount St. Helens erupted. So that showed that by my coming here, True Buddhist School will also explode. So as soon as I got off the plane, when I placed one foot on the land of America, it erupted. 1980. Wasn't it accurate? At that time, I came back to Seattle and stayed at the three brothers' house, the three Chan brothers in Ballard. Their house was there. That was our last stop. After we packed, we returned, and then on June 18, 1982, we immigrated to America. And they were all according to the instructions of Golden Mother. Our luggages were very simple. I didn't have any, Simu didn't have any, and Fochi also didn't have any luggages. And our luggage just comprised of, like Taiwanese in the past used to have like a square cloth and place our clothing at the center, and then we tie them. So I have one bag, Simu, and the two kids, 2 bags. So with 4 bags, we came here. We weren't afraid of anything. And here they were no true Buddha disciples at all. And we were really pitiful, pathetic. We didn't have any money. And so I said, the eldest Chen brother, please give me a desk and a chair. And he asked me, what for? Well, I want to give spiritual consultation. And the big brother said, no need. Nobody would come for spiritual cultivation in America. And your disciples are all in Taiwan. And I said, you don't even give me a desk and a chair. And he said, no spiritual consultation. In Taiwan before, every morning I would give spiritual consultation to 300 people. But in America, when I opened my doors, no one was around. And eventually there was a cat, a cat walking in. And I asked the cat, are you here for spiritual consultation? Nobody came for spiritual consultation. And then so what could I do? So I complained, and I just did my practice every day. We didn't have any soup and rice. So what kind of soup do we have? We went to the beach in Seattle and we picked up some seaweeds and sea vegetables and then cooked them for soup. And we also dried them, and then we prepared them as gifts for friends and relatives if we go back to Taiwan. And the first time I earned money is when I submitted my article to the local Chinese newspaper. And the chief editor called me and please write more. And finally I made $4 of the first income I had, and I brought Foqing, Simu, and Foqi, and for picnic, and we went to Alki Park and the Golden Park, and so we had a picnic and brought some bread and eggs and the newspaper was Seattle Chinese Post, and we had like over easy egg sandwich, and then we walk around and look at the hills and look at the Pacific Ocean and longing for the faraway Taiwan. With $4 is the first money I earned here. So I was a columnist for the Taiwan newspaper, and I called them, and I have no income, and let me write some articles for you and send it back to Taiwan. And they said for one publication would be 300 NT dollars. That's about 10 US dollars. So we relied on this for a living. So I wrote articles for the Taiwan, the Daily, and the youth newspaper, and there are several newspapers in Taiwan that would publish my articles. So I write every day and practice every day. Practice and write, practice and write, that's all. And finally, a friend came. A friend visited because there were no refuge taken, so we could say it's a friend. So Lian Gao or Lai Wenyuan, he lived in Vancouver prior to, he had gone to Taiwan and seek me for spiritual consultation. He met Zhang Huangmi, and Zhang Huangmi recommended him for spiritual consultation. So in Seattle, he was the first one that visited me, Master Lian Gao. He visited my place, the first one, and then there were several more. The Venerable Lili also came for spiritual consultation, and the homosexual from Chinatown, wearing the long robe. And after spiritual consultation, when he was about to leave, he forgot his pen. And I said, "Oh, it's your pen." And he said, "Grandmaster, this pen is a gift for you." And I never encountered that before. This pen is for you. And then he walked. And then he turned his head and smiled. That was about the past. So Golden Mother was really incredible. So if you go into retreat for 3 years, then everything would be fine in the future. So 4 of us, Fo Qing, Fo Qi, Simu, and I, we didn't have suitcases. We just bought 4 bags, you know. Wow. And we had no money on us, and we knew nobody. But because she told me to come, I followed her instruction, and I came. So look at True Buddha School now. So yesterday we talked about the gentle mind or heart. Due to his embodiment of the meditation on extinction of the mind, which was so pure, so free from taints, so untroubled, so gentle, he came to know about ignorance as it really was, how ignorance accumulated and how ignorance disappeared. Upon the disappearance of ignorance, one attains Siddhi, and hence Divine Star appears. If I have no complete faith in Golden Mother, I wouldn't dare to come to America by ourselves like that. Because we knew nobody and we didn't speak English. And now, Fo Qing often says, 2 of you didn't know English at all, and you brought 2 children, us, to America. And in school, they had to fill a form. So they filled the form for the free lunch for the refugees, because lunch costs $1. And I said, we have to fill the form, because we didn't have that $1. We couldn't afford spending the $1. So we had to fill the form. And the big brother and the second and third brother told them, please, we are not refugees, we are immigrants, please don't fill the form. But I thought we were just like refugees. And all the plates and dishes and utensils came from the garage sales, all the blankets too from garage sales. And all the tables, chairs, sofas, all bought through the garage sales. All the clothes, we wore second-hand clothes, all of them. So at those times, we went garage sale shopping on Saturdays and Sundays, bowls and plates, and in front of Fred Meyer, there's a consignment store or for like leather shoes or clothing. So we live a life of hardships, lots of suffering. And now we walk all the way here, and I've completely enlightened. I've seen the Buddha nature, pure mind, untainted mind, untroubled mind, gentle mind. So ignorance as it really was. Ignorance accumulates and ignorance disappears. And once ignorance disappears, one attains attainment or siddhi, and the divine star appears. So for Qing often said that dad and mom are really great. Without knowing English at all, they dared to come to America to start anew. So the blinds are not afraid of guns because you're blind. And according to Golden Mother's instruction, go here and live here and nothing to do. So all I could do was cultivate spiritually, practice. It was really hard. And then one day, I told Maitreya Bodhisattva, how can we continue to live like this? So Maitreya Bodhisattva opened his cloth bag, and from it dropped, all kinds of this Buddha crowns, and all the Dharma robes, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, gold, dollar bills, diamonds. Oh, I shouldn't talk more about it. I shouldn't show off. But Maitreya Bodhisattva opened his bag and gave everything inside it to me to comfort my mood. That I was really lonely, depressed, and pathetic because no friends, no relatives, and no money. So I had to rely on my pen and write. So today, this is all that we have. All of this, so we should be grateful to Golden Mother. Thank you, Golden Mother. So for Qi and for Qi, listen carefully. You should be thankful to Golden Mother. You need to recite her mantra. Om Jimu Siddhi Hom. You need to recite it every day, because Golden Mother was the one who helped Grandmaster and Simu until today. Until last night, she still helps Simu. I give blessing to Simu last night, because every time she woke up in the middle of the night, she couldn't go back to sleep. So she slept and woke up at 4 a.m. and then she couldn't continue to sleep. And she only slept for 3 hours, because she slept at 1 and she woke up at 4. And she couldn't sleep, she couldn't fall asleep anymore. And last night I blessed her and she woke up at 4 a.m. but she fell back asleep again. That was due to the power of Golden Mother. She couldn't sleep for several consecutive nights. So I said, oh, it's time to give you blessing through the power of Golden Mother. And once I bless her, she's fine now. Now let me share a joke. Junior high, the first freshman, in the article, in writing an article, if there is a future life, I will not become your good friend, your lover, your husband, but let me be your handphone, because then you would carry me in the palm of your hand and place me next to your face and right next to your lips. So you cannot live without me. So the first one you look at would be me, and the last one that you look at before you go to sleep is also me. And I would know everything about you and understand all about you. So if one day you forget about me, where you put me, then you would look for me all over the place urgently. I would be so happy. And today, Grandmaster is very happy, and that's due to Golden Mother. So Golden Mother is my handphone. I never be separate from her, and she's also never separate from me. She's never separated from me. One day, Xiaoming found a $10 bill at the beginning of the alley and told Xiaoyang. And then Xiaoyang said, oh, it must be the $10 that I lost at that alley. And Xiaoming asked, are you sure it's yours? You know, the one that I picked are 2 $5 bills. And Xiaoyang said, oh, maybe because it broke when it fell to the ground. So Grandmaster always speaks truthfully. And Golden Mother is my handphone. She never leaves behind me, and I never be separated from her. So this is it didn't make sense. It's quite meaningless. It's a meaningless joke. For Buddhists, we don't kill, we don't steal, we don't adulterate, we don't double tongue, and we don't get intoxicated. We have to abide by these 5 precepts. By not killing, that's like a gentle mind or gentle heart, because everything is equal. In the eyes of the enlightened one, everything is equal. Please don't. Please, we should not harm any single being, and we shouldn't harm any single person, and especially, and also not any single being of the sentient beings in the 6 rebirth realms. So never to kill. This way, you would cultivate the gentle mind or heart, and that's very good. That's bodhicitta. That's bodhi heart. So the fact that Golden Mother picked me, that was right, because Grandmaster is like this. I have not enough time. I really don't have enough time. But I still make time, even a little bit of time, for sentient beings. Never for myself, but for all sentient beings. And that is a gentle heart. Once you have this gentle heart, you always think of others, think for others. Then you wouldn't be so cruel. You wouldn't be so mean. You wouldn't harm with your speech or with your actions to harm others. Shouldn't be like that. That would be a gentle mind or heart. You need to be sympathetic, and you need to help them, and always make time to help them. That's most important. You don't think for yourself, but you think of for sentient beings, and this is the gentle heart or mind. Xiaowang loves to jump parachute and asks the trainer, how much is it for jumping once? $1,000. But how about when the parachute does not open? And the trainer said, it's refund in full. The money will be refunded to you in full. So whatever we do, we have to be careful. So whatever we do, please don't harm or hurt others. Not just people, but also animals and plants. And we need to pay attention to environment. That's how it is. So as spiritual cultivator, we need to train the gentleness, the tenderness of our heart. And by having a gentle heart, you can become a bodhisattva, then you can reach the 4 sagely realms. This is most important. The reporter asks, an elderly man, you're already in the 80s and you still call your companion dear, honey. How do you do that? And he said, oh, I forgot her name several years ago, but I didn't dare to ask, so I just call her honey or dear. So memory changes as we age. I'm always nice to Simu. I always did really great because I have this gentle heart. She's lived with me for over have her life, and she had suffered a lot of hardships, and she had helped a lot and nurtured our family and also through the school. So of course I would be nice and kind and good to her. Otherwise, to whom? So although I don't call her honey or dear, because I still remember her name. So every day I should say loving words so that she sleep well, she eat well, that she would be light-hearted and in good moods. So that's the true qualification for Buddhists, is to have a gentle heart and mind. Every day I have to say this sentence, please have peace of mind, I will accompany you till death. Doesn't matter what happens to you, I will take care of you and I will accompany you until death, until old age. So I cannot bully someone or have that straight face that, hey, I'm the head, I'm the master, you have to listen to me and you have to command, do whatever I say, you have to stay at home and cannot go out and limit people's freedom. No, but I control myself, and my evening times are all for Simu. I always accompany Simu. And one day I had to do something. I had to do the ceremonies to perform some Dharma, and it took a little bit longer, and I apologized to her. It took a little bit longer today. And she said, oh, how come you're not here to accompany me? But I tried my best, and I tried to do it as fast as I could. Because we have this gentle heart. There are a lot of things. I cannot have a temper. I cannot lose my temper. Because at this age, we shouldn't lose temper, shouldn't have any temper. And we should take care of each other. So Kongming rode on a donkey entering into the city and met Zhou. And Zhou asked, have you eaten? And Kongming said, thank you, I had my meals. I didn't ask you, I was asking the donkey. So he was trying to ridicule Kongming. And Kongming used his foot to push on the donkeys and slap on the donkey and say, oh, you never told me that you have such a relative. So he didn't have a gentle heart. So Zhou met Kongming and asked, oh, have you eaten? And Kongming said, oh, I've eaten. Oh, I didn't ask you, I asked the donkey. And Kongming reacted the same way and beat on the donkey and said, "Oh, you didn't tell me that you had such a relative." So they were mutually like that. So, but having a gentle heart or gentle mind, you don't do that, and you would think of others. So, to think of others. The old mosquito spoke to the young mosquito. You know, women these days are wearing so little, so you guys are so lucky. And the young mosquito said, "Oh, that's just on the surface. Do you know that their breast have killed lots of our fellow mosquitoes because what they got was silicone and died from it." So let me tell all the women, for the sake of the mosquitoes, please don't have breast implants. We are very compassionate. The reporters asked Dalai Lama, when a mosquito is biting you, what do you do? And Dalai Lama replied, look at the mosquito and blew on it, but it didn't go anywhere. It stayed there. It was still drinking his blood and blew on it again, and it stayed. And then Om Mani Padme Hum Pyak. And Grandmaster is like this. Going to the Pure Land, leave behind suffering, and Namo Amitabha Pyak. So I had dedicate the merit to go, Bardu deliver it to go to the Pure Land. So that's considered gentle heart. Otherwise, I may have a dengue fever, then I would die. This time, there's a dengue fever in Taiwan. What should we do? Every time coming home, I have to perform this Dharma, and with the clothes and waving it around until there are no mosquitoes, and then we walk in. So we don't harm even the mosquitoes. So all we do are the real and authentic action, like cultivation, spiritual cultivation. It says the squirrel, the reporter asked the squirrel, your beauty salon is doing really well. How do you do that? I have to advertise it. How? In the morning, I let 5 toads to come in. And in the afternoon, I arranged 5 frogs to leave the salon. That's an ad. But if the ad is truthful, of course that's fine. But if it's manipulation, that's a fraud. So you let 5 toads coming in and 5 frogs leaving. Xiao Qiao. Are you a plastic surgeon now? Yes. So your ad has to be truthful. The truthful one. You cannot fake it. For the toad to become a frog, you have to do it right. because we shouldn't cheat on people. Like Grandmaster said, the Grandmaster has attained the meditation on extension of the mind and has been pure, untainted, untroubled, and gentle. They are all truthful. Because first you need to comprehend enlightenment, and enlightenment is also authentic and genuine. You cannot cheat on that, because if you cheat on that, you cheat all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all the Herukas, Dhammapalas, Vajrapalas, and that's fraudulent. So enlightenment is not cheating. So if you're not enlightened and you say you're enlightened, that's cheating. And you cheat on all the sentient beings, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, and you would fall into hell. So Grandmaster's enlightenment is authentic and genuine. It's not fraudulent. So once you're enlightened, then you can have meditative stability, and pure, untainted, untroubled, and also very gentle. And then you would be a true spiritual cultivator. If you don't learn to be like that, being a Buddhist, then there's no benefits at all. A and B meeting each other on the street. It's been a long time. How's business? And then I'm bankrupt now. Economy is bad. And after bankruptcy, about half of my friends never see me again. And then the remaining half would be your true friends. But he said, but they didn't know that I'm bankrupt already. So that's why we say that you cannot cheat. Because if you cheat or lie to sentient beings, that's the same as lying to the Buddhas, because sentient beings are Buddhas. So you're lying or you're cheating Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's not allowed. So the true enlightened one cannot deceive or cheat. Ask a tutor to write the writing for, like at the funeral, a memory, eulogy for the mother-in-law, but the tutor saw it for the father-in-law, and the family thought, maybe you copied it wrong. And the tutor was really angry. Well, the article, I copied it right from the book, so maybe it was the wrong person who died. So the tutor was actually cheating. So that's also deceiving. So as spiritual cultivator, please do not deceive and cheat. But sometimes, to comfort family members or to comfort people, sometimes we say white lies and kind and nice words to comfort them, and I think it's okay. So if like your dad is already old and something really bad happened outside and and you lied to your dad saying that, oh, your brothers, my brothers are still okay. Actually, they were in trouble. So lying, you also need to be wise, because sometimes you cannot say something traumatic to elderlies. So with gentle and kind words, and you can say some white lies as long as you have the right motives. So that is also considered as gentle words. So you need to have wisdom. So Sakyamuni Buddha, seeing the appearance of the star in the sky, and using wisdom, you need to think that actually it's his inner heart that emits the light, that he has gained enlightenment, that the divine star has appeared, and that is the real star, the real heart. Thank you, everybody. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.